Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history. Today I'm out here with Cecil and we are in Troup County, Georgia. And where are we at today, Cecil?
The Estes Family Cemetery.
And this is an absolutely amazing cemetery, one of the most amazing I've seen in a while. So this is one that's just a little bit hard to know where to jump in. This is a huge cemetery. There are graves all around us in that direction, down there, back there, on down the hill, but we're going to go ahead and start kind of in the middle of the cemetery with this incredible structure here. So this is T.W. Estes, March 25th, 1854 to January 8th, 1912. 'Twas hard to give thee up, but thy will, O God, be done. And this is F.E. Estes, his wife, January 1st, 1864. It's her birth date, no death date engraved on the stone, so I always kind of wonder whether she was actually buried here or not. But it looks like she probably was, because there's a footstone there and a footstone there. And then this burial is right here, but the slab has come off of it. It says my husband on the top right there, but there's a footstone for her, but no slab for her, and his burial's right there. But that is just about the biggest of one of these monuments I've ever seen, these style. Kind of hold the camera out and you can see how tall it is. Incredible old rock wall. Now it has partially collapsed. You see it would have gone around there, and the wall is laying out there, and some of the headstones have fallen. We've got a row of graves outside of the wall, and we'll take a look at those. More out here. But I want to go inside of the wall first, and I'll show you this incredible gate that's still on the wall right here. Beautiful cast iron gate. It's heavy metal gate right there. And I'm willing to bet that this wall was built in 1877, because it says 1877 right there. It says Francis Freeman was born February 11th, 1816, died January 14th, 1891. In memory of my husband, I erect this tomb. May we meet beyond the river. Jesus said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And that is not a piece of marble, but it's I think that's going to be granite. It's rough cut. Same as this. You can see this is actually a big rough cut box. But isn't that something right there? Then again, we can see the box right here. Rough cut granite. You got just something kind of weird going on here. The neighbors next to the cemetery told us that they have had problems with people like riding four-wheelers up here. Maybe some people have been trashing this place, doing weird stuff up here. I don't know. Let's see, this is in memory of Jemima Freeman, born December 28th, 1823, died March 24th, 1901. Blessed are they that dwell in thy house. Thy will be still. I thought that train was about to come through the cemetery as loud as it got. Another one over here. In memory of J.A. Freeman, born August the 27th, 1847, died March the 7th, 1869. See that emblem at the bottom? If you know what that is, let me know in the comments. You don't know what that is, do you?
I haven't seen that before.
Yeah. And then, in memory of J.M.R. Freeman, born June the 15th, 1854, died February the 11th, 1875. And then again, we've got that emblem at the top of this one. And then this is the rock wall front where it came off. This is a good example of the fact that these are grave markers, not the actual burials here. Because if we look in there, we can see there's no burial. There was never a burial in there. That is just what's known as a false crypt. The actual burial is underground, and it's just another form of grave marker. But what a neat little section of cemetery here. And then just outside this wall, we've got, again, that great big marker there. But we have a lot more to look at in this cemetery. All right, so outside of the wall, outside of that amazing section, we've got in memory of Nancy, wife of H.T. Estes and daughter of Edmund and Mary Thomas, born August 11th, 1810, died January 22nd, 1879. Weep not for me, my children dear. I am not dead, but sleeping here. That next one, sacred to the memory of Mima M.F., daughter of H.T. and Nancy Estes, born July 25th, 1853, died June 21st, 1866. We have no home but heaven. And these are, that's old concrete, that's old stamped concrete graves here. But we're going, the next one is marble. Nancy Estes, born August 12th, 1810, died January 21st, 1879. Let's see if I can get down to this epitaph here. Rest, mother, rest in quiet sleep, while friends in sorrow o'er thee weep. H.T. Estes, born November 19th, 1811, died April 11th, 1901. Kind Father of love, thou art gone to thy rest, forever to bask mid the joys of the blessed. See too that these marble slabs are sitting on fieldstone and old mortar. Again, behind the incredible, I can't get over this wall. But we've got a lot more to look at. Down behind this row, we've got another row of burials. It's going to start with Henry Columbus, infant son of J.P. and E.J. Estes, born October 28, 1887, died February 20th, 1888. Little Henry is at rest, a saint among the blessed. And there's a wall right here that actually separates this grave from these over here. So I'm going to stay within this wall, just go over here And look at this one real quick. This is a Masonic grave. We can see the compass and square on it. J.P. Estes, born November 25th, 1840, died January 7th, 1920. And Mrs. J.P. Estes, born August 25th, 1848, died March 1st, 1917. And we've got a fieldstone, or not fieldstone, a footstone style marker right here. So that's probably going to be for her. And then another one there for him. And then another one right here. But there's no engraving on it. You can see there's a little footstone made out of brick right there. So that's another child in there. And again, this one is surrounded by a low rock and a brick wall. So coming back out, we've got another section of people here. Nancy, can't read that middle name, Estes. This is that stamped concrete too, but it has not fared very well. I see a birth date, and it looks like this is 2 burials. December 26, 1884. Looks like this may be a mother and an infant. We will meet again our mother, Nancy something Estes. I see died again 1884, but there's another name on there. Maybe it could say married? I don't know. Best not to guess. In memory of John, does it say Tillman Z. Estes, born October 20th, 1881, died November 19th, 1883. Of such is the kingdom of heaven. So, those two here, another one back here. Shout out to Cecil for wiping these off before I get to them. In memory of Emma A. Estes, born March 13th, 1885, died May 22nd, 1890. Alberta, rest to my gentle spirit. I think we've got all of those in that section, but like I said, it keeps going. We've got more over here. In memory of, I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce it. I'll let y'all read it. Smith, September 11th, 1809 to died October 25th, 1880. We laid them down to rest, but not in hope. Forlorn. We laid them down to rest, but not in hope. Forlorn. We left them but to slumber here till the last glorious morn. In memory of Polly Smith, wife of Ben Smith, born November 15th, 1807, died June 2nd, 1886. Saints after saints on earth have lived and loved and died. And as they left us, one by one, we laid them side by side. Saints after saints on earth has lived and loved and died. And as they left us one by one, we laid them side by side. Wow. And they are. Side by side. And it looks like children's graves maybe here. No engraving on it. We've got a fieldstone right there marking what looks like a box. It's got a tree laying on it. Got another grave here marked with kind of a footstone style. No engraving on it. Looks like a child from the short size of the burial. And we've got a bunch of unmarked graves throughout here. We've got stones there. I see there could be graves there, so there's unmarked right there. In memory of Emma Krenshaw, born February 21st, 18 1862, died September 3rd, 1891. Sleep on, darling, and take thy rest. God called thee home. He thought it best. Very common epitaph. This is a marble topped grave that's been broken, probably from this tree fall or something. It's another Krenshaw. William A. Krenshaw, born October 4th. Is that when this is? And pieces here a little bit. Okay, so it's missing this right here, which may be right down there. Alright, so there's a piece of it. There's another piece of it. Yeah, there we go. That's got the engraving on it, I think. That's part of an epitaph. Now, don't have an exact birth and death date on this stone. Died in the 1890s. That one's just broken up. This is Mary E. Krenshaw, born February 10th, 1833. Died October 6th, 1898. She was too good, too gentle, and too fair to dwell in this cold world of care. Got another one under these muscadine vines. No engraving on that one. Here we have Mrs. E.J., wife of J.R. McLean, December 1st, 1857 to August 29th, 1918. Rest, mother, rest in quiet sleep, while friends in sorrow o'er thee weep. At the bottom it says, wife. This one is got a wall around it. So you can see we're down from the wall, and we've got more and more burials that continue down the side of the hill here. This is a stamped concrete. Looks like GM.
It's going to be a CM, Caroline M. Crenshaw Williams.
Born 1838, died 1902.
That's going to be J.C. Williams, born December 15th, 1906.
Well, this is a different one then.
It may be this one here then.
This is J.C. Williams, but it's born 1838 and died 1912.
It's going to be the senior. These are all Williams, but that's the one I have a picture and a backstory on.
In memory of J.C. Williams.
He died while playing with a cap pistol. He got a blister on his hand and ended up getting blood poisoning from it. And this is him on the bicycle on the right.
Oh, wow. Blood poisoning.
From a cap pistol. Got a blister on his hand, got infected.
That's crazy. I guess it's a testament to modern medicine. Grave there, grave there, grave here, grave there. Let's see, these are marble.
It's a modern concrete wall.
Yeah, I see that. Lewis G. Hamilton, August 28th, 1919, May 17th, 1939. This one's concrete. Over here, so it's engraved. It's hand engraved. Ann Williams Butts, born July 3rd, 1872, died June 30th, 1961. The newest one out here. This explains that modern concrete wall around it too. Just look at that. All these graves out here in the woods. We've seen plenty of them. Now back here we've probably got what's the oldest section in the cemetery. I gotta slow down because there's unmarked grave here, or marked only with a field stone. Here, here, there, and there. These are probably gonna be the oldest graves out here. These are fieldstone box tombs made out of whatever this local rock is that got quarried and cut to build these boxes. Now these are children here, very small graves there, and then we get into larger graves back here. That's a more traditional fieldstone box. I just walked across a grave I didn't even see. That's a more traditional fieldstone box right there where we've got all the smaller rocks kind of piled up. There's a grave here. Do you even see it? See the marble come out? Look at that. I'll look at those in just a moment. Just want to finish walking through this section here. And we can see where they quarried the rock right here. They drilled into it. Quarried out that big square piece. And we've actually got several more marked graves I see out here. But we've got this phenomenal box tomb right here too. So if we just kind of just look down. You got another one out there?
Yeah, there's a bunch down here.
Oh wow. It's kind of impressive with these big box tombs. I'm gonna go ahead and go down to where Cecil is, but we just gotta circle back to these marble graves here. There's also busted grave there, busted grave there. So we've got an indention here, fieldstone grave there, and we're kind of in a really weird low area, weird area for graves.
Sarah Wilkes. I have her on the burial list, but there's not a photo of this grave yet. You put a little light on the side of it?
Yeah. Do you have a death and birth date on her?
Yeah. 1891, died 1908.
She didn't live very long. Cecil told me that he had heard that there was also an associated burial ground for enslaved people and African Americans with this cemetery. That's probably what we're seeing in this area. If you notice the complete difference in the way that this section is laid out from what we've got up there. And this is very common for plantation cemeteries where the white burials are on top of the hill and burials of enslaved and African Americans are on the side of a hill. And we are really in a almost a little gully right here. And we've got graves marked fieldstone, fieldstone, indention right there, big indention right there. Fieldstone, fieldstone, big indention up there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera or not, but there's a good big indention right here. And it's just a row. There's one there, and it goes on way down this hill to where we were looking at the other grave. So that's probably this area was burial ground for people who were enslaved.
There's pieces of fence here also.
This separates it off, yeah.
Yeah.
And we see that too very commonly where they're cut out from the rest of the cemetery. And there's one up there too. Unmarked grave there, or fieldstone grave rather, right there. And see where those burials are compared to here. Even though we've got some burials that are on the side of the hill up here, as we saw, they're not as extreme and kind of a washout like those burials are over there. Let's see if we've got anything on this grave. Under the pine straw, nope. No engraving. Wait. Miles H. Estes at rest. collapsed box tomb right here. We got a couple other marble ones over here. Oh, I think that's an older one. Infant daughter of Henderson. Another one here. That's a side piece for a box. A couple busted pieces of marble right here. This was a box. But then where's that other marble grave? I found this right here. See, you can barely see it under there. But it's here. No engraving. This may have been pieces of a box. That's pieces of a box too. That's just kind of opened up. Very similar to this one up here. This is a fault script, marble fault script. So, there we go. Well, I think we have about covered everything out in the cemetery. It is an incredible one, and there are a lot of graves out here. There's more graves out here than we showed, because there's so many unmarked graves out here, both in both sections of the cemetery. These monuments up here are really the most incredible out here. It's amazing. I've seen a lot of cemeteries, both Cecil and I have, and there's still stuff that just makes you go, wow. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Big shout out to Cecil for bringing me out here. And we will see you next time on another adventure into history.